Be me. 29, nurse, anti-men since freshman year. Work 12-hour shifts, survive on coffee and spite. Every Tinder screenshot in my group chat is proof. Men are stingy, men are cheap, men are babies. I repeat it like scripture, never doubted it once. Dad used to pay for everything too. Mom called him provider, but I always thought pushover. I promised myself I would never be the woman footing the bill for a man. My brother, opposite of me, he grew up watching Dad work doubles, come home with grease on his shirt. Instead of resenting it, he admired it. Told me once, if I can make someone's life easier, I should. I rolled my eyes, called him a doormat, but deep down I knew he actually believed it. My classic belief, women deserve effort, men whining about money equals weak. I have roasted guys online for crying over 2 drinks more times than I can count. My group chat hypes me up. I feel righteous every time. Oh yeah, my brother? He is 26, studied computer science, so he is an IT guy. Shy but sweet. I love him, but I also clown him sometimes. Tell him he dresses like he is still in high school. His last girlfriend dumped him after 2 months, said his only personality was being too nice. I told him that was code for not man enough. He laughed it off, but I saw him get quiet. Truth is, money has always been his soft spot. First job out of college, he saved for months to buy some girl concert tickets. She bailed the week before, went with another guy instead. He ate the loss, never asked for a dime back. I told him, lesson learned, but he just shrugged. He is the type who would rather be broke than risk being called cheap. He does not date much, says apps are brutal. I usually tell him, you just need more confidence, girls love effort. Never really think beyond that. Last year he went on a date with a coworker, paid for dinner, drinks, even her Uber home. Next day, she ghosted him at the office like he never existed. When I teased him about it, he said, "At least she had a good night?" That line stuck with me, like his role is making sure others have a good time, even if he does not. Hospital nights are chaos, alarms, and tired faces. I live on caffeine and gossip. My brother's dating life has always been comic relief between patients crashing. Last Friday, I was on night shift. He texted, "Sis, I've got a date tonight. Wish me luck." My heart actually warmed. Rare for him to sound excited. I asked the basics. Where? Who? What is the plan? He said her name was Melissa, said she is gorgeous. Met on Hinge. I paused when he told me her name. Melissa. My brain flickered. I do know a Melissa. My friend from nursing school. Loud man-hater as well. Always railing on men who expect something back. We had lots in common. She once bragged about getting 3 dinners in 1 week without paying a cent. For a second, I wondered, could it be her? Nah, no way. Different city, different vibe. I did not even bother asking for a picture. Just let it go. They were starting with a spa appointment because she wanted to feel relaxed first. I laughed in the break room. Wow, she is high maintenance already. He replied with a smiley, "Nah, I do not mind. She deserves it." I do not know why, but something in that line stuck. She deserves it. Like he already agreed to play the role of sponsor instead of partner. I got a text during Vitals round. She picked this spa downtown, couples massage. I almost spit out my coffee. Bro, couples massage? On a first date? He replied, "Yeah, she said it is less awkward if we are doing something." I side-eyed my phone, but shrugged. At least, he was touching grass. In my head, I was rolling my eyes. Like, of course, a guy has to pay for comfort before he even gets a kiss. But then again, is not that just how women test who is serious? If he passes, maybe she will reward him. Half an hour later, he sent me a picture of the lobby. Gold Buddha statue, candles everywhere, menu prices, framed like museum art. Caption, $280 for the package, but she is happy. I winced. Typed back, "That is insane." He just sent back, "Worth it." Break ended. I went back to checking IV lines. Part of me wanted to warn him, but the other part thought maybe this is what men are supposed to do. I remembered telling him once, if you want love, you have to invest. Women can tell who is serious. So I let it slide. 2 hours later, another text. Headed to dinner. She suggested omakase. I have never even done omakase. It is like a bucket list date people brag about. Part of me envied her. She is getting 5-star treatment just for existing. Part of me resented him, wasting rent money on raw fish for strangers. Me. That's dollars. Him. She really loves sushi. It's fine. I'll cover it. I rolled my eyes, classic simping, but also a tiny part of me felt proud he was stepping up. 10 minutes later, he added, "She is bringing 2 friends? Is that weird?" I stopped dead in the supply closet. Typed back fast. "Yes, that is weird. First date equals one-on-one." 3 dots appeared, vanished, then his reply. "She said they already had plans but did not want to ditch me. I do not want to seem controlling." I wanted to scream through the phone, but I stopped myself. Did not I always tell him, "Do not police women? Do not be insecure"? Now my own words were cornering him, and it felt like watching someone drown in rules I gave them. I gripped my phone tighter, told him, "Do not let them order crazy stuff." He just sent back a thumbs up. Later that night, in between blood pressure checks, my phone buzzed again. A picture of the restaurant table. 3 cocktails, tower of sashimi, Wagyu beef, slices on a black slate. Caption. They ordered chef's premium set. $140 per person. I zoomed in on the picture. They were laughing, posing with chopsticks, barely looking at him. He looked proud just to be at the table. To them, he looked like the waiter who forgot to clock out. My chest tightened. Quick math equaled nearly $500 before tip. I replied, "Bro, are you splitting?" He said, "They handed the menu to me." Felt weird to push back. I stared at the screen. All my feminist hot takes about men needing to prove themselves suddenly felt like a knife in my ribs. 10 minutes later, another text. They are ordering sake flights. I was gripping the med cart like it insulted me. "You do not even drink like that," I typed. He said, "Yeah, but they do. I do not want to look cheap." I was pacing the hallway now. A patient asked if something was wrong. I lied, said caffeine jitters. Inside, my stomach was turning. This was supposed to be his big night, and I could already see the check. Shift slowed down around midnight. I sneaked a granola bar at the nurse's station. Phone lit up again. Him? They want to go clubbing after? Should I? I sighed, leaned back in my chair, typed, "You are already in deep, might as well see it through." Truth is, part of me wanted to believe all this money was buying him a shot at love. Like maybe she would realize he is serious and stick around. 15 minutes later, he sent a video. Girls clinking glasses, bass rattling, neon lights strobing. My brother's face barely in the corner, holding someone's purse. Caption, VIP table was $600. But hey, we skipped the line. I almost choked on the granola. Texted back in all caps, "Bro, you paid?" He replied, "They did not have cash. I'll settle with them later." I rubbed my temples so hard I nearly popped a vein. But some traitorous part of my brain whispered, "Is not this what men are supposed to do?" Back in college, we laughed about guys crying over bottle service tabs, called them insecure, stingy. Now it's my brother footing the bill, and I am not laughing. Around 1 a.m., another buzz. A blurry selfie, girls grinning, drinks raised. Him in the background, not even touching them. Caption, "They are dancing with some other dudes. I am watching the table." I froze, thumb hovering over the keyboard. Wanted to text, "Leave. Get out. You are not a boyfriend. You are a bodyguard with a debit card." But instead, I wrote, "Do not be jealous. Play it cool." My own words tasted like acid. 2 a.m. Another text. They told me to order more shots so the new guys do not think we are cheap. Me. "Are you kidding?" Him. "Relax, it's fine. They'll pay me back. She promised." I wanted to scream, but what could I say? Had not I always said women do not owe men anything? So what is the line between generosity and getting played? I was stuck in that thought loop when a patient alarm went off. By the time I checked back, it was nearly 3 a.m. He had sent me a single line. Heading home, spent more than I should have, but worth it. I wanted to ask, worth what? But I did not press send. Next morning, I was dead on my feet after the shift. Scrolled Instagram while waiting for the bus. That is when I saw it. One of my co-workers posted a story from the same club. In the corner, clear as day, the girl my brother was with. Arms around another guy, kissing him like it was their anniversary. My stomach drops through the pavement. I tap back through the story twice, just to be sure. Yep, same dress, same nails, same laugh. And then my heart stops, because I know that laugh. That girl is not some random Hinge date. That is Melissa, my own friend from nursing school. I scroll her profile, hands shaking. She posted a boomerang of the champagne tower, same one my brother texted me. Caption, "Life's short, order dessert." I feel my throat close. Melissa, my friend, was the dream girl my brother spent half his paycheck on. By the time I get home, I cannot hold it in. I confront her in the DMs, say, "Wait, you went out with my brother last night?" She replies in seconds. No guilt at all. "Lol, we just hung out as friends. He was generous, we had fun, that's it." I slam the phone down, heart pounding. My rage simmers too long, so I finally snap and call her. She picks up mid-laugh. I can hear clinking glasses in the background. I do not even let her say hi. "Melissa, stop stringing him along. He thinks you actually like him." She scoffs like I just accused her of murder. "Relax, he is grown. He paid because he wanted to. That is not on me." I grit my teeth. "You used him. He is not your ATM." Pause on the line, then her voice turns sharp. "Funny coming from you?" My blood runs cold. What's that supposed to mean? She chuckles, the kind that cuts deeper than shouting. "Did not you brag once about making that guy from Tinder buy you steak just for the story? Or the med student who sent you flowers every shift and you ghosted him after exams? Do not act brand new, babe. We have both played the game." I feel my stomach twist. Yeah. I did those things, thought they were harmless. Free food, free gifts, free validation. But hearing them out loud, through her smug tone, makes me feel sick. I try to push back. That was different. I did not... She cuts me off fast. Did not what? Did not let them think they had a chance? Please. You called it self-care. You called it knowing your worth. Now suddenly it is a crime because it is your brother's wallet instead of some randoms? Her words hit like acid, but the more she talks, the more I hear the rot in her logic. Melissa does not even flinch, does not care about the damage she is doing. She is proud of it, like fleecing men is her sport. "Look," she says, voice dripping with fake sweetness, "your brother is sweet. I will give him that. But if he wants to prove himself, that is on him. Men compete by providing, right? I am just letting him play the role he signed up for." My fists clench so hard my nails leave marks in my palm. She talks like she is doing him a favor, like generosity is a performance for her amusement. I finally manage to spit it out. He is not competing, he is bleeding, and you do not even see the difference. Silence on the line for a second. Then she laughs again, colder this time. "Maybe you're just mad because he is learning the same lessons you made other guys learn. Do not hate me for holding the mirror." I hang up before I scream, but the mirror line sticks, sharp as glass. Because she is wrong, right? Or worse, she is right in ways I do not want to admit. I want to tell my brother to break the spell, but when I check my texts, he has already messaged me first. She said she had a great time, wants to do dinner next week. I think I did good. I stare at it, bile rising. He thinks he is building something. I would be happy if it was any other man, but not my own brother. I throw my bag down when I get home, sit on the couch like a zombie. Phone still buzzing from group chat memes, but I cannot look. All I see is Melissa's smirk, her hand on some guy's chest, while my brother thinks he is in round 2 of a fairy tale. I finally text her again, fingers shaking. "Melissa, that is my brother. You knew." She replies with a laughing emoji. Then, "Calm down. He offered. We did not force him. He had fun too, did not he?" I want to smash my phone against the wall. Fun? He was babysitting bags while you kissed your boyfriend in the corner. I type, "You are using him." He thinks it is real. Her. "Not my fault he cannot read signals. He was a good host. You should be proud." My jaw actually locks. Proud? Proud my brother's wallet got raided for bottle service? I almost call him right then, but I stop. Because what do I even say? "Hey, the girl of your dreams is my friend, and she is laughing at you behind your back?" The words taste too cruel. And worse, have not I always preached that men should pay without expectation? So if I expose her, am I betraying my own gospel? The hypocrisy makes my skin crawl. I pace the kitchen, replaying every time I ever tweeted, "Men crying over $50 dates are embarrassing." Now my own brother is out $1,000 and I want to cry for him. Next evening, he calls me instead. His voice is so hopeful, it guts me. "She texted me first today, said I was really sweet. We are doing Italian next week." I grip the phone, nails digging into my palm. All I can manage is, "Nice, bro, just do not overdo it." He laughs. "Do not worry, this one is different." I hang up before he can hear me choke. A few days pass. I try not to think about it, but my brother's texts keep coming. Little updates, nervous excitement. "She said I am different from other guys. Thinking of bringing her flowers too much?" I tell him no, play supportive, even though my chest is tight every time. Italian night comes. He actually irons a shirt for once, sends me a mirror selfie. I tell him he looks good, try to mean it. He is glowing like it is prom night all over again. Hours go by. No texts this time. Silence feels heavy, like the calm before a car crash. Next morning I find him at the kitchen table, coffee untouched, still in last night's clothes. Dark circles like bruises under his eyes. I ask what happened. He shrugs first, tries to play it cool. But then it spills out in pieces. He gave her flowers, she laughed, said, "Oh, that is cute," like a kid's drawing. Dinner was fine, until he mentioned maybe doing something just the two of them next weekend. That is when she shifted in her seat, got cagey. Apparently she told him flat out, "You're really sweet, but do not get the wrong idea. I have got someone I am actually seeing. I thought you understood we were just hanging out." My brother just sat there, stunned, restaurant full of clinking glasses, people talking, and him trying to swallow the fact he was never even in the running. He said she smiled after, like it was no big deal, then suggested he could still come out with her and her friends sometimes. "You are fun to have around, you take care of things." That line gutted him worse than the rejection itself. I do not even know what to say. I want to scream that she is trash, that she used him, but he is looking at me with hollow eyes, searching for something else. And all I can manage is, "Maybe it is for the best, bro. At least you know now." He nods, forces a smile, but his hands are shaking around the mug, like even holding coffee is too heavy after last night. Later, Melissa sends me a text out of nowhere. "Hey, do not be mad. He'll be fine. He is a good guy. Just not my type. No harm done." I stare at it until the screen dims. No harm done? My brother looks like someone unplugged his soul. I want to call her out, to finally admit I helped build this script. But instead, I delete the text and tell myself the same line I have told 100 times before. Dating is just hard. He will learn and toughen up. I almost blurted all out to him that night. Want to grab his shoulders, say, "Melissa is not who you think she is." But my throat locks up. Because what if she spins it? What if she tells him everything I have done too? The free meals, the ghosting, the guys I treated like jokes. He would see me exactly like her, and I cannot stand the thought of him looking at me with the same hollow eyes he has now. So I shut up, swallow the truth, and carry the guilt like it is my second stethoscope, except when I see him that night, sitting quiet on the couch, phone face down, wallet probably lighter than rent money. I realize it is not toughening him up, it is hollowing him out, and I hate myself for knowing that, and still saying nothing. Sometimes I want to ask out loud, am I wrong? Was I just playing the same game everyone else plays? If so, why does it feel different now that it is my brother bleeding out instead of a stranger? I tell myself it is not my fault, that dating is just brutal, but deep down I know I fed him to the wolves with my own gospel, and now I cannot decide if I'm angry at Melissa, at him, or at the mirror she is holding up to me.